Hello, Sunshine Fam. I know it's been forever since I have done a video for you. I was just looking back at the last video that I uploaded on October 20th, and it is now November 30th. So, but once I tell you what's been going on in my life, you will understand why I haven't uploaded for a while. My name is Chloe. To those of you that are new, welcome. As most of you know, I have been dealing with a lot of health issues this year. I'm sure you can tell I'm a little bit stuffed up. I don't know if I'm catching a little bit of a cold or whatever. I've just been battling through it. Haven't missed any work because of it. But I've been dealing with a lot with my ankle, or my Achilles rather, I should say, my Achilles tendonitis, and with my carpal tunnel in my right hand. Well, that's going to be rectified here very, very shortly. So the last time, I didn't watch the whole video, I just watched the beginning part of it, and so I wanted to catch you up a little bit, update you on what I said in my last video as compared to now, which is like over a month later. C-Dawg has gone back to being a manager. His health is doing much, much better. He still has a little bit of pain now and again because of the appendicitis, but he seems to be back to his normal self pretty much. I feel his job kind of forced him to become a manager again, because he was telling them while he was out during his recuperation time from the surgery that he did not want to come back as a manager. He wanted to come back as a regular employee. Well, he has been with this company for over 12 years, almost 13 years, and he's making really good money. And when he told them that he wanted to just be a regular employee, they were going to cut him back down. His pay was going to go from what he's making now to $16 an hour. And I thought, he is one of their most dependable employees that they ever had. A lot of these young kids that are about his age and even younger, which, by the way, happy birthday, C-Dawg. His birthday was yesterday, so leave your comments below. He is now 33. Yes, I do feel old. But a lot of his employees are his age or younger, like the high school kids, teenagers and that. And a lot of them don't even want to show up to work. And he's had to deal with that. And as I said in my last video, I think the stress of his job contributed to him with this appendicitis. It may not have caused it, of course, but I think the stress kind of may have contributed even slightly for what he had to go through with this surgery, which, to tell you the truth, he's never had surgery in his life. So, of course, he was pretty freaked out about that. So he's doing better. He kind of was forced to become a manager again so that he could get the same pay he was getting before, which I don't think is really fair, that they kind of forced him into that. So that's C-Dawg. I'm not going to update you on Chris Fleming because I haven't really heard much new information about him from my last video. He's still going through the chemo and going through these blood transfusions and that type of thing. So he posts once in a while, but he's still dealing with that issue. So I'm just going to leave it at that. I myself, I'm going to have a very busy week this coming week. I'm off this weekend, so I've been kind of resting up. And lately my hand has been cramping up a little bit more. My finger has been kind of iffy if it's going to crack again or not. And I think it has to do with the weather, because the weather's turned very cold. We have had a couple of snows. The first one, incidentally, happened on Halloween. 33 years later after the big snowstorm. I won't get into that. Most everybody knows about the big Minnesota snowstorm on Halloween. I won't get into that. I may have talked about it in some of my older videos. But we didn't get very much snow that day. We've had a few flurries here and there, but there's not really much on the ground, if anything. It's just gotten really, really cold now. So I think that's contributing to the wrist thing. So with the ankle, or the Achilles, I kind of wanted to show you, if I'm able to, see if I can, I'm not sure how I can get my foot to go sideways, but if you can kind of see this bump here is where the inflammation is at. I'm not sure if you can see that, but it's right here. So that's not normal, because if I compare it with my other foot, you can see that it's flat. I mean, there's a little bit of a bump, but it's pretty flat there. So that's my good foot. That's the one that I had the Achilles tendon tear on back in 2017, doing Irish dancing, believe it or not. But this one, we're not sure exactly when it started or how it became inflamed, so I never filed a workman's comp claim at work because I couldn't specifically say that it had to do with work. But we're towards the end of it. We're you know, there's a light at the end of the tunnel now. I have been dealing with a lot of pain in it lately because I've been working a lot of hours. I'm back up to my 40 hours a week now. I'm finally getting the 40-hour paychecks now, which is good. The smaller paychecks hurt more than the ankle, to be honest with you, because I had to forego a lot of bills. Of course, these medical bills are what's killing me now, and now I'm, you know, constantly getting, like every other day, it feels like I'm getting notices from all these medical bills. Hey, you're behind on your payment. You still owe us this much money. I'm like, I'm trying to get caught up here, so just be patient with me. So I'm going to start trying to pay those medical bills off. So I'm basically working to pay off my medical bills. I'm done with my physical therapy. They did do the MRI and found that, yes, I do still have inflammation in my ankle. I'm like, well, no duh, you can see that. So the MRI basically showed me what an Achilles tendon should look like and what mine looks like. So it took from like the upper part where it was normal, where it was like maybe that, I don't know if you can tell, about that wide. And on the bottom, it's more like twice the size, like that wide. So what they're going to do, they were suggesting to me about doing shockwave therapy, but the money to pay for that would come out of my pocket because insurance doesn't pay for that kind of thing. And I'm already, like I said, indebted to all these other medical bills. And there's no guarantees that it would work. So I told the doctor, let's just go for surgery. You know, even though it costs more money, it's more guaranteed. So what they're going to do is they're going to open up that area. They're going to take out all the scar tissue and then reattach the tendon to the bone down there and then close me back up. I will be sedated, and it's like an hour-long surgery that they're going to do on me, which I won't be in the hospital. I will be at Twin Cities Orthopedics for it. And C-Dawg is going to bring me there and bring me back to his place for the first 24 hours, because I guess I do have to have somebody with me for the first 24 hours to make sure that I'm okay. And I'll get out the same day, and then I will wake up in a cast. And they told me that I would be out for at least 2 to 3 weeks, if not a month or possibly more. So I've been getting with my job about FMLA. I've been getting with my job about short-term disability. I've got to, you know, tighten up those loose ends this next week, because my surgery is scheduled for December 9th. So this next week is going to be very, very busy for me between work, and then I'm going to have that nerve test, which is called an EMG, on my arm, or on my wrist. Now, the way that doctor explained it to me, this is totally separate from the ankle, but the way the doctor explained the test to me about testing me for how severe the carpal tunnel is that they put electrodes on my shoulder, on my upper shoulder, and it shoots electricity down my arm into my wrist and my hand to see how severe it is. Well, I looked up a video, and it looks like they actually put the electrodes here, And they said something to do with a needle that they keep sticking in your arm. I'm like, I don't think I really want to do that, but I'm pretty sure it's going to come back as severe because I've been dealing with it for so many years. I did data entry for 30 years. I've done cross-stitching for many years and off and on, and I'm pretty sure it's going to come back as severe. So I talked to that doctor, and he told me that he said, I for sure am going to have surgery on the hand. But he said that depending on how this test comes out, I probably would have surgery sooner rather than later if it's severe. So he's going to try to schedule the surgery for my hand around the same time as the surgery for my foot. Because with my arm, or with my wrist, my hand, I'd be out of work for 2 weeks, whereas with my foot, I'd be out of work for a month. So if we can schedule the 2 surgeries close together so that the 2 weeks falls within the 1 month, then I don't have to miss extra time from work. So that's where things are at with me. So after December 9th, or 10th, I should say, because C-Dawg will then bring me back to my apartment because I'll be on crutches for at least 2 to 3 weeks. I'll be laid up, so I'm not supposed to put any weight on my foot. So I will not be driving. So I will obviously be out of work for about a month, possibly more, depending on how the surgery goes and how the recovery for me goes. C-Dawg and Silver Star and possibly Clary, I haven't really heard back from her, are going to check in on me from time to time. They'll help me out with maybe cleaning the apartment a little bit. Not that it really is that dirty or anything, but maybe vacuuming once in a while or dusting something. Helping maybe with the dishes or whatever. Not that I'll be eating much, probably. They'll get some groceries for me, which I'll probably order from the local grocery store, and then they can go and pick it up so they don't have to pay for the groceries. Getting my mail, that kind of thing. And so they'll keep me company once in a while. My friend John said he would try to stop over, although it is the holidays. So, John, I don't expect you to come over. It would be nice if you did, but you know, if you can't, I totally understand. But so that's where things are at with me. I probably will be making more videos during the time that I'm laid up, in between sleeping. I'm sure I'll probably be sleeping a lot for the first few days anyway. So I'll probably be making more videos, kind of giving you a rundown as to how I'm doing with my ankle, and if I have to have surgery on my hand right away, which I'm sure that they will, how that's going to be coming. I'm not sure. I don't think I'll be in a cast, because they said I could either be sedated or it could be a local. And I'm trying to remember, because I've had so much focus on my Achilles that I haven't really talked much about my hand, because, you know, like I said, it doesn't really bother me much, except now that the temperatures are plummeting, it is kind of bothering me a little more. I think what they do is they go in and they like clip the nerve or something like that to kind of ease. I don't know if I said this on the video, or because I have these digital recorders, and I don't think I've ever told anybody this. I was inspired by the Anne Frank diary, the Diary of Anne Frank. And so I started back in 2012. I took these digital recorders and I do what I call an audio diary. So at night or during the day when I'm home, I record once in a while about my life and you know, current events and stuff like that, as kind of a legacy of my life for when I'm gone and stuff. So my kids would probably hear it. I don't think anybody else would, but and something else I probably haven't told you guys about. I have written a book about my life. It's called, the first book is called To Hell and Back, and I started working on a second one, but I really haven't done anything with it lately. It's basically it's like an autobiography about my life, and it probably will never be published. If it is, it'll have to be after several people in my family have passed away, because it would not be it's kind of very private about the abuse that I suffered growing up, and in both of my marriages and that kind of thing. And my suicide attempts and stuff like that. So it's very personal. It does name certain people in the book that are my family members, my friends. I have changed the names in some cases, but I probably would not publish it. If I would to publish it, it would be after these people have passed away, because it would be detrimental to my family. I don't know why I'm so secretive about that, but eventually I will make a video, not going into graphic details about what happened to me, but I have told you guys in past videos a couple times that I did suffer child abuse. I did suffer abuse in both of my marriages. And so at some point I will probably be more open about sharing some of those experiences with you, but I'm not quite ready to do that yet. So, anyway, with the hand, I don't know if they would put me in a cast or not, or just like a brace or something like that, or splint maybe. And I'm not allowed, I'll have like a weightlifting restriction on my right hand. So like I could pick up like a mouse for the computer, or, small objects, but nothing too heavy, so that it'll give time for that nerve to heal. And I think it was in that digital audio, or that audio diary that I've done, where I explain kind of in my own words, this is not what the doctor explained to me, but it's kind of like with an earthquake, where you've got two plates under the earth that are rubbing against each other, and most of the time they move very freely, but at some point, sometimes the upper plate will get stuck, and they'll keep moving, and it just keeps getting stuck until it gets to the point where it loosens itself, and then you get the earthquake. Well, that's kind of what happens with the nerves in your wrist, is that the nerve is getting stuck in my body, and when this finger cracks, that's when it kind of works like the earthquake kind of thing. And this finger cracks, my ring finger, and it sometimes goes over into my middle finger, and then it shoots up to my elbow. So they're going to fix that. So I'm pretty sure that they will do that around the same time as the surgery for my Achilles tendon, so that I don't have to miss extra time from work. So my bosses were not too happy when I came in and told them I'd be gone for a month, and they're like, at Christmas, really? Because I work in a retail store. And I'm like, sorry, I've been dealing with this pain for over a year, and I just didn't take care of myself. So this year I decided to, do all these doctor's appointments, and this one just happened to be, continuing and getting worse as the weeks and months have gone on. So I'm finally taking care of it. I have to do what's right for my body. If standing on my feet for 8 hours a day is hurting it more, then I've got to take care of that. And, hopefully after the first of the year, I'll be a brand new person in my foot and my hand. So get these things taken care of, and then worry about paying off all these bills and stuff like that. So that's what I've been going through. So I'd love to hear more about what you guys have been going through, what you guys have been not really going through, like you've had bad life or anything, but tell me a little bit about yourselves, and how was your Thanksgiving if you're from the United States, because I do have people that watch me from on the other side of the world, apparently from Russia and from Slovenia, and not sure where else. Maybe Japan or something, Japan or China, somewhere in there, because I have had some comments on my early videos from when I was doing Irish dancing way back in the day, that are in the symbols that Southeast Asia uses. So, but that's been a while. But I am currently up to 310 subscribers, so thank you guys very much for growing my channel a little bit. I've been kind of plateaued at that number for a while. There is one person that I do want to address that I know is still watching my videos. I wasn't going to make a big deal about this, but I'm just going to call this person My Global. And I have recognized that you have been commenting on my videos. I have moved on with my life from you, and I really wish that you could do the same thing. So I will not cry tears over the fact that I will be losing one more subscriber, but I would really appreciate you not watching my videos anymore. I don't think you have the right to know what's going on in my life and my children's lives. And I would really appreciate you unsubscribing from me and not watching me anymore. I really would appreciate that. That's all I'm going to say. And this person knows who they are because I call them out by their YouTube channel name. So I've moved on. It's time you move on too. I don't think about you. I have gone on with my life. So, with that, I would really love to know what you guys do in your everyday lives. I mean, you don't have to get too personal, but, you know, tell me where you're watching from. I don't really get a lot of comments on my videos, so I'm starting to think that nobody's really watching me. I did notice when I put out that presidential highlights video for Donald Trump right before the election, a lot of people watched that one, which I guess it shouldn't surprise me, because he was running for president and he was elected. I did not vote for him. Didn't vote for Kamala either. I wrote somebody in. And I wrote as the vice president for my candidate as Lin-Manuel Miranda, which I will admit to. He said he is never interested in being a politician or anything, even though he wrote a full play about it. He is not interested in politics, but I think what an interesting press conference it would be if he were to get up and do a speech in front of a press conference. Can you imagine what his press conferences would be like if he was vice president? That would be quite comical and quite entertaining. He'd probably be a better candidate than the ones that we are going to be having in office, but it's only 4 more years, folks. It's only 4 more years. Those of you that feel the same way I do about the president-elect, I have never really voiced my opinion. I've made it quite clear how I feel about this person, but I have not liked him since way before the whole Rosie O'Donnell thing. I don't care about his politics or anything like that. I do not like the man. So, in any case, we'll leave it at that. So, the wedding plans for Silver Star and Drefay Wolf are going along quite nicely. Right now, they're kind of in a holding period because of the holidays. She wants to get through the holidays, and then we'll hit the ground running, just like we did with Clary and her husband. The kids are doing well. My grandkids are doing really well. I guess the pregnancy is going pretty well. She's due in February. So, I don't really hear much from Clary. We kind of have a strained relationship, which is unfortunate. Partly on my part, and partly on hers. So, the animosity does run a little deep on that one, which is why you don't see her in a lot of my videos and I don't talk about her much. So maybe when I'm laid up, if I'm feeling up to it, when C-Dawg or Silver Star come over, we can maybe do a video with one of them, or if they both come over, maybe we can do another musicals and giggles video. I was watching that one the other day and laughing hysterically towards the end when I was trying to do my outro and the two of them were arguing on the couch, and that's when I was still living with Silver Star, or when I was still living with C-Dawg before I moved to Amarillo. That one was quite comical. So if you want a good laugh, go to my channel and click on videos and then scroll down to the ones that says musicals and giggles, or you can maybe put it in the search bar, put Chloe Got LB40, and then put musicals and giggles, and you can watch that one. It's really quite funny because that's when C-Dawg developed. C-Dawg developed this thing during that video. Because I was like, you know, if you want to see more presidential highlights videos, or if you want to see more of the three of us, or if you want to see more C-Dawg, whatever, and then he starts going C-Dawg like he was a race car driver, or like a race car or something. And when we turned the camera off, I don't remember what happened. Silver Star, maybe you can comment below. I don't remember, but I know she commented on that video that when we turned the camera off, he did something so hysterically funny. We were all laughing so hard I couldn't even catch my breath. I was crying. Silver Star was crying. We were laughing so hard after we turned the camera off after that video. I don't remember what he did or said, but he was just... He's always really goofy in my videos. So maybe I can do a video with him once I'm laid up and everything. Chances are it'll probably be in my room because, you know, trying to maneuver around my apartment with crutches and stuff. Any of you that have ever been on crutches, it does hurt your arms quite a bit if you're on crutches for a while. So I'll probably do videos in my room. Of course, I'd have to come out here to my computer to upload it, but we'll see where I do my videos. But it would obviously be somewhere in my apartment. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and do my outro here. Thank you for joining me today. Hope you guys all had a happy and healthy Thanksgiving. Hope you guys all have a wonderful Christmas or Kwanzaa or Hanukkah or whatever you guys celebrate at this time of year. I myself celebrate Christmas. And I will be uploading more videos. I'm going to see if I can... I don't know if I've ever mentioned this in my video. Every time I try to do my outro, I think of other things and I make my video longer. I'm so sorry. But I've been trying to figure out this Adobe Premiere Pro editing software. I have never used it. I've tried to use it, but for some reason, and I don't quite understand why it is this way, because I think most cameras use MP4 as their format. So when I tried uploading this video from northern Minnesota, which I keep promising you guys, that's why I got the Adobe Premiere Pro, because I was going to upload that video, it wouldn't allow me to put the clips together, because when I would try to put them into Adobe Premiere, it said it doesn't support MP4. So I've been paying for this service that I don't use, and I canceled Filmora Wondershare because with that video, it kept getting stuck at this one certain point, and I had it running for hours and hours and hours thinking it would just go through it, and it never got past that point. And so I canceled my Filmora even though they kept it going. I'm not even sure if I still have that subscription, because I was thinking of downloading that again to just see if I could upload that video. Or if maybe I have to go with another video editing software, or if one of you can help me out to figure out, because I do have an older computer. I got the computer when Windows 10 first came out, so it is quite old. Obviously, I don't have the money to get a new video or a new computer. But if you guys can maybe describe in the comments below easy instructions, as if you're talking to my 5-year-old granddaughter, because I'm not very techno savvy with computers when it comes to this kind of thing, how I can allow Adobe Premiere Pro to accept my MP4 videos from my computer into the editing software, so that I can edit these videos from California, that when me and Silver Star and Fay Wolf went out there, because I have several of those Adventures with Chloe videos that would have to be edited. This one from northern Minnesota, I probably have some other ones. I know that I have talked before about uploading the video of me high on Vicodin, but after watching it, I would have to edit it, because on my refrigerator in that video, I went out to my kitchen, or I guess Clary was filming me when I was loopy out of my mind, and she shot a little bit because she was kind of paying attention to her phone too, so she wasn't really paying attention to what she was videotaping. She did film a little bit on my refrigerator, and I have a refrigerator magnet that has my real name on it. And I've always been secretive about what my real name is, except for those of you that really know me and know me by my real name. And so I would have to blur that out. And so I would have to edit that video too before I can upload that video. And even if I were to cut that part out, I'd still have to edit it anyway. But I don't want to cut that part out because that's the funniest part of the video. Where I'm in the kitchen getting some water. I kind of reference Friends in that respect. Let's just say it was when Monica was drunk when she was, when she had her identity stolen. And that's the part that I reference that. Part of that video I reference a clip, one of the bits from Bill Engvall about the shark sounding like a Frenchman when Bill Engvall was taking Vicodin. So I mentioned something about Vicodin land in the video. It is really, really, really hysterical. But I can't show any of it to you because I'd have to edit that part out. I'd have to either blur that name or somehow edit it somehow. And I can't figure out how to do that. So if any of you guys know how I can make my MP4 videos acceptable to the Adobe Premiere Pro editing software so I can edit these videos to get more videos out to you that are older, I'd really, really appreciate it. So please comment below and let me know step by step how I can do that. I tried doing a video, I tried watching somebody else doing a video about it, but when I get to a certain step, it won't, my computer won't allow me to do that step. And I don't remember what step that was because it was several months ago that I tried that. So I'm sitting here wasting money on an editing software that I'm not using. So I'd like to be able to use it so I can get more videos to you guys, but I don't know. But one more thing that I want to show you before I say my goodbyes here is in my last video I told you how I had to say goodbye to Dusky. I took him to the Humane Society where they only charged me $25 to cremate him. And then all of a sudden in the mail, I get this little card that says, "I'm sorry for your loss of Dusky." And then what they did, unbeknownst to me, is they made this little card with his footprints, which I thought was really cute. So I'll have to frame that along with a picture. This is the last picture that I have of him, or maybe a few pictures that I have of him. And I'm still working on putting together like a little memorial frame or something for either Rainbow and Lucky separately or Rainbow and Lucky together, because I've got pictures of them, I've got their footprints. The vet where I had him put down had they gave me the opportunity or the option to have his footprint in like a kind of a clay sand type thing. So I've got his footprint in that, and I would put that in the frame as well. I've been very careful with that because it's not very thick and I don't want to break it. And I've got some of his fur, I've got some of Rainbow's fur, I've got their leashes and their collars, and so I would want to put that in like a frame. So I might put them together and I might put them separately, because a couple of years ago at the store that I work at, we were selling shirts, and one of them had a rainbow on the top and it had the word Lucky underneath, and I thought it was such a perfect shirt. So I got two of them so that I could put one for, let's see, did I get two of them? I think I got two of them. So one for Lucky and one for Rainbow or something, but like Rainbow was over the word Lucky. which I thought was really cute because I lost Rainbow first and then I lost Lucky several years later. Because I put Rainbow down in 2009, I want to say. Yeah, I put her down in 2009. And then Lucky was in 2020. And I know I filmed that one with me crying so hard you probably couldn't understand what I was saying. But I filmed him being put down. It's not really graphic or anything because when he puts his head down, it's kind of below the frame of the picture. You just see his back. And so, and Silver Star went with me, but she didn't want to be in the room when they actually put him down. And then she came in afterwards, so that's when we clipped the fur from his body. And I gave some to Silver Star and some to Clary. C-Dawg didn't want any. So I have Rainbow's fur, I've got Lucky's fur, so, and I've got lots of pictures of them too and videos. I was thinking of maybe doing a edited video of the dogs as when I first got them to, you know, through their lives and stuff like that. You know, do like a little montage video of Rainbow and Lucky. I might still do that because I still have those videos, which is really cute. So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go so I can go rest some more. I've been really tired lately. I think it's because my hours have been brought back up to 8 hours a day instead of the 6 hours. And it's been really busy, as I'm sure you can imagine, with the holidays. And I just come home and I just fall asleep. And so I imagine I'll be getting caught up on a lot of sleep the next few weeks. But any thoughts and prayers for my surgery would be greatly appreciated. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. I look forward to all of your comments, please. Not just likes or whatever, not just a thumbs up, but I'd like some comments as well. And I haven't really talked much about my Facebook page because I don't really have a lot of you guys on my Facebook page, so I don't really go to that page very much. That's where I upload all my videos here. It's on my Facebook page after I put them on YouTube, of course. But I would like you guys to join me on Facebook. Maybe I would go into that page a little bit more under Chloe Murphy. It's got a picture of me with Chris Fleming next to me, and then my banner picture is a picture of my dogs, Rainbow and Lucky. So, and as you can see, I cut my hair too a while back. My hair is a little bit shorter. So I did the haircut myself, so it's not even or anything, but I just got tired of it being in my face, and it was kind of uneven on the bottom anyway, so I just cut off about 3 inches or so, 2 or 3 inches. So hopefully it'll grow back by the wedding next year. Okay, I'm going to shut up now. Okay. All right, so you guys all have a sunny day. We'll see you guys on the next one, and see you later. Bye.